All right, what's happening? Y'all? It's your boy Rico from StreetScores, and especially after Jayden Daniels won another award today, I felt like it was a good time to break down how Jayden Daniels' popularity is skyrocketing right now. First of all, you have an NFL article saying that Jayden Daniels is the NFL's leading candidate. We're going to dive into that and who he's amongst, like who they feel like are the top five. And then you also have Jayden Daniels winning more awards. We're going to recap every award that he's won from the NFL or different sponsorships so far through the season. Also, he's hanging out with Michael Vick. His jersey popularity continues to rise, and we have a lot more to talk about even after that as well. So make sure you stay tuned all the way through the end of the video, because trust me, you'll want to see this. But before we dive into all of that, make sure you stiff arm that like button, stiff arm the subscription button, and stiff arm the bell next to that subscription button so you get notification each and every time I release an informative and opinionated video just like this one. Appreciate y'all for supporting all of the content that I'm putting out, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to all of the videos, live streams. Speaking of live streams, be on the lookout. I will be live streaming this upcoming Browns game, and I promise I'm going to get to these film sessions before that Brown game happens. So I definitely am doing one tonight, but I want to maybe do like another one, maybe even two more before that Browns game happens on Sunday. So make sure you pull up for that live stream, become a channel member if you're not yet, so you can get access to those exclusive film sessions. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this video. Let's get it. Adam. All right, so first of all, you have Jeffrey Chadiha of NFL.com, a senior columnist and NFL Network on-air talent, as said directly from his own Twitter account. Well, he did an entire article breaking down different leading candidates for different awards and things like that. But the NFL's official Instagram account itself decided to post the top 5 MVP candidates following week 4 so far of the season. And I mean, if you go through it, we can go through it. Number 5 is Derrick Henry, understandable. Number 4 is CJ Stroud. Number 3 is Josh Allen. Number 2 is Sam Darnold. But yep, you guessed it, Jayden Daniels is number 1 on their list. And even the way that the article set up, it's a lot of different things going on in one article. But he also posed like the biggest challenge that every top team and every MVP candidate is facing, is stopping them from basically, I guess, winning the Super Bowl, from winning it all. Of course, he said right now our biggest challenge is our defense. But he said rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels has been one of the best stories of this young season. The problem is that he'll have to keep playing at an amazingly high level to keep the Commanders rolling in this division. That's how bad the Washington defense is through 4 games. Maybe he didn't necessarily notice how much better they played against the Cardinals, and also the fact that this is an entirely new group. So I think week 1 against the Buccaneers is the worst they're gonna look, and they're just gonna get better and better and better, even if it's not developing as quickly as we'd like. Of course, we would love to expedite the process, but that's not realistic. But either way, he also continued to say that unit came into week 4 ranked 14th in points allowed and 29th in yards allowed, and gave up 181 rushing yards to Arizona on Sunday. The Commanders were able to overcome those issues because the Cardinals aren't that good defensively, which is also true for the Bengals, the team Washington beat in week 3. But that's not a suitable formula for success. The Eagles will pose plenty of problems once wide receivers A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are healthy. The Cowboys also have enough offensive talent to do the same thing. That isn't to say that there isn't a lot to like about the way Washington has started the season, especially when it has scored 80 total points over the last 2 games. It's just that balance is more of a reliable indication of whether a team can sustain success in this league. And I understand the questions, but hey, shout out to him pointing out the fact that Jayden Daniels is the league MVP right now. And basically the only thing stopping us from being arguably the best team in the NFL from how we've looked so far these first 4 weeks is the defense catching up. But I think this is a winning formula. If the defense can hold people to 14 points, I think you're going to win every game this season at this point. But I just don't expect them to necessarily do that. I don't expect our offense to be the best scoring offense, like a historically great, in certain advanced metrics, this is the best offense in NFL history, or in other metrics, it's the best offense since the 1999 Rams or since the 2007 Patriots with Randy Moss and Tom Brady and all of that stuff. Like, if you're looking at different advanced metrics, this is like one of the greatest offenses in not even just a 4-week start through a season, but any 4-week span ever, period, from any quarterback, offense, whatever. So I feel like, I mean, naturally, we may not be able to keep that up, at least statistically. I mean, but then again, people said that about what Jayden Daniels did against the Bengals and going into the Cardinals game. Yeah, technically, he didn't complete 91% of his passes, but he was still great. And that's what I feel about this offense, that, yeah, maybe they won't continue to set new records every single week that they go out there and play football, but I still think they'll be great enough to win way more games than they lose. I mean, again, think about it. We're 3-1 right now. There's 13 games left in the season. You can't see us going at least 7-6 to finish out the season, to go 10-7. Like, I think that's pretty decent. I think that isn't that hard to do, in my personal opinion. And again, I am a firm believer that this defense is only going to get better with time and chemistry. A lot of these teams that, first of all, that we've even gone against, like the Buccaneers, I've said this several times already in my videos and live streams, that is a team that was pretty much the same thing as it was last year. Like, all of the key players, the key schematics, defensive play call, and all of that type of stuff was the exact same as last year. So they could come out guns blazing week 1. We are a completely different team than we were week 1. I would even go as far to say that we would beat the Buccaneers if we were to, say, play them like next week. I think we're a completely different team. I think they're pretty much the same team that they were in week 1. You know, of course, week 1, you got to shake some of the rust off from most NFL teams. We weren't shaking rust off. We were trying to figure everything out as far as offense, defense, special teams, offensive coordinator. How about offensive lines coach, tight ends coach? Everything is different. And I don't think people understand how different this is. 3/5 of the offensive line, quarterback, rookie, not even just a new quarterback, period, that we signed in free agency, gave big money or something like that, like how the Falcons did with Kirk Cousins, but a straight up rookie quarterback first. I don't think people understand how new we were, like really understood what was going on walking into that Buccaneers game. And the Buccaneers are a really good team. The way that they dismantled the Eagles, I believe they've already beaten the Lions as well. They are a really good team, and they caught us at the best time. I feel like we played them like week 8, we would probably win that game, but who knows? Maybe we'll get some revenge on them in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure they don't want to see it at this point. So again, as long as the defense keeps getting better and better, I'm sure that we're going to be just fine. Now, moving on, as far as this week goes, as of yesterday, Jayden Daniels was awarded the FedEx Air Player of the Week. And of course, they have his stats: 26 of 30, 86.7% completion percentage, 233 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown. Of course, also a rushing touchdown as well, and an 89.4 QBR. And nah, FedEx, nah, y'all wanted to dip up out of the Commanders organization when we were at our lowest. As soon as y'all legally could get out of that contract, don't come buttering us up now. You know what I'm saying? Don't come running back. You know what I'm saying? New number, who this type of thing. I mean, I'm just playing, you know, really shouts out to them for knowing who's really hooping right now. Even though they wanted to dip up out of the stadium and now we're Northwest Stadium instead of FedEx. It's cool though, man. We got our quarterback. We got a winning culture, man. It is what it is, man. No harsh feelings. Also, Jayden Daniels won the Nickelodeon VP of the Week as well. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I guess other teams, I don't know if this is new this season or if other teams have been winning this and we just didn't know because we never even had somebody close to winning it. But it was really cool though, because the Washington Commanders even uploaded a video of him with like the offensive lineman and he's sliming them because it's like, you know, thank you for blocking for me. I'm a pour slime on your head. I don't, you know, I wouldn't necessarily like that, but I guess Jayden Daniels had a great time because he was smiling and laughing in every picture, every video that you see. But they also poured slime back on him as well. And then he even has like a Nickelodeon trophy that's like in the shape of a football. That's really cool, man. So that's just a whole nother award that he added. I mean, first, again, I didn't even know existed. So this guy's just out here winning every award possible, even the ones that I never knew existed. And then also, earlier today, Jayden Daniels was named Rookie of the Week for the 3rd time. Mind you, he's only played in 4 games so far. And then after winning it 3 times in just 4 weeks, you already knew that once they finally did announce this award, he would win that one as well. Of course, he won the monthly award too. The National Football League announced today later, after they officially announced that he was Offensive Rookie of the Week again for the third time out of 4 weeks, they went ahead and announced that quarterback Jayden Daniels has been named the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Month for the month of September. Congratulations to that boy Jayden Daniels. He is killing it right now. He is even exceeding my expectations as somebody that really wanted him over Drake, May, and all of those other guys. So I'm really excited, and the sky's the limit for this guy. And I'm not gonna lie though, NFC Offensive Rookie of the Month, great. Like, that's spectacular. I didn't necessarily expect him to come out guns blazing and like make that award just so easy to hand to him. They didn't even have to think about it too hard. That was obviously his award to be given to. But at the same time, the only reason he didn't win NFC Player of the Month, like, forget an NFC Offensive Rookie of the Month. I'm talking about just NFC Player of the Month, not including rookies. We're including veterans. We're including everybody, even defensive players. The only reason he didn't win that, too, is because Sam Darnold is in the ain't never Hall of Fame right now. I mean, ain't never. Living in a way he ain't never lived in the NFL, and then all of a sudden, this guy is playing by far the best he's ever played. That's the only reason Jayden Daniels did not win that award as well. And even though Jayden Daniels has Sam Darnold beat in almost all advanced stats, if you're just looking at passing touchdowns and wins, the most surface of surface stats possible, then Darnold has him beat there. But if you're actually like watching the tape, if you're looking at all of the advanced stats, EPA per play, accuracy, all of that type of stuff, Jayden Daniels has him beat, and it's really not even close. But it is what it is. I mean, it's probably like some of those years where LeBron didn't win MVP just because they were tired of giving him all of the awards all of the time. But now in total so far this year, Jayden Daniels has already won Pepsi Rookie of the Week, Week 1, Pepsi Rookie of the Week, Week 3, Pepsi Rookie of the Week, Week 4, then Nickelodeon Most Valuable Player, Week 4, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Week 3, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Month, September. And also don't forget that he won FedEx Air Player of the Week as well. So now it's time to move on. After we talked about a lot of his awards, we're talking about him being an MVP. How about his popularity and the fact that Michael Vick wanted to do a jersey swap with him? So, a couple of days ago, no, actually, this was just, oh my Lord, that feels like that was a whole week ago. I can't believe that was just yesterday. That just lets you know how busy I've been. That's crazy. It was just yesterday, the NFL legend Michael Vick visited Commanders Park this week. That's when, well, at least we found out about it yesterday. And he linked up with Doug Williams and Jayden Daniels. They took a picture together, as you can see on your screen right now. And that's such a great moment. Shouts out to Doug Williams, because he's the one that posted the picture with the caption, "Man, what a blessing." Mike Vick visited Park yesterday, and it was great. What's the chances of being able to jump into a photo with these guys? What a blessing. It's just good to see where we have come. Once you are afforded an opportunity, say no more. And no, this is very historical, man, because Doug Williams was the first black quarterback to not only start in the Super Bowl, but also to win it. He just so happens to have done it for the Redskins, so that's even like double great for us. But, you know, just look at me. Of course, I would have loved Doug Williams. Even if I was a fan of another team, I would be super excited about seeing Doug Williams with Jayden Daniels and Michael Vick. And so then you have the torch passing, and there were a lot of other players in between that deserve a lot of credit, but Mike Vick was a huge thing, especially, being from Atlanta. As much as I hate the Falcons, Mike Vick is somebody I could never hate, man. So Mike Vick, like the next level, and then Jayden Daniels, you have the next level when we're talking about being a pocket, like true pocket passer, like a Tom Brady in the pocket type of guy, and you can run like Michael Vick almost. I mean, just the three levels of just excellence right there, man. Black quarterback excellence. I don't care what y'all say. I'm talking about it, and I'm happy about it. And shouts out to Bleacher Report for this. They said in an article, in celebration of how black quarterbacks have changed the game of professional football, Michael Vick travels across America, learning about the pioneers who fought for acceptance, the players who cemented their spot, and what the future of the game can hold. And so basically, I guess this is a thing where Michael Vick is going from place to place, highlighting a lot of the great black quarterbacks around the NFL. And shouts out to him for pulling up on Jayden Daniels, because you probably just ran into the best one. Yeah, I said it. Williams was the of course, the first black quarterback to start winning a Super Bowl when he led the Washington Redskins to a victory over the Denver Broncos to end the 1987 campaign. He was named the MVP of the game and threw for 340 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. As for Vick, he was a 4-time Pro Bowler who was best known for his incredible running ability and electric playmaking in the open field. He also threw for more than 3,000 yards in back-to-back seasons in 2010 and 2011. Daniels may have some of those Pro Bowl appearances in his future if the start of his career is any indication. The number 2 overall draft pick in the 2024 draft has the Commanders at 3-1 behind an NFL best 82.1 completion percentage. He has thrown for 897 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception while adding 218 yards and 4 scores on the ground as a runner. Washington is 3rd in the NFL in points per game with 30.3 and looks like one of the best offenses in the league, in large part because of his rookie signal caller. I would argue, especially when you're looking at the advanced stats. Again, when you're looking at surface stats, yeah, I can see, but like when you're looking at the advanced stats, no, definitively we are the best offense in the NFL right now. We have the best run game, we're the most efficient, a lot of different metrics, we're the best on third downs, we're number 1 in third down conversion. Like, it's insane the numbers we're putting up right now. We have the best offense in the NFL. So I know Bleacher Report, you're trying to stay neutral and things like that, but nah, go ahead and say it, man. Best offense in the NFL, and a lot of it is because of Jayden Daniels, but I'm not gonna say all of it is. But also, shouts out to them for doing a jersey swap, because Jayden Daniels received an officially signed jersey from Michael Vick as well. He even posted it on his own Instagram. That is what's up, and it's of course a Falcons one. I mean, Mike Vick knew better than to pull up with an Eagles jersey. I mean, even if his best years weren't for the Falcons, still wouldn't make much sense to pull up to the Washington jersey swap with the Eagles version of your jersey. But I mean, at the end of the day, he also played for the Falcons the longest. That's when he was at his highest and things like that. So it only makes sense. Like, if I wanted a Mike Vick jersey, even as much as I hate the Falcons, I would probably still go ahead and get the Falcons one, because that's the one when he cemented his legacy, basically. So shouts out to Mike Vick for pulling up on not only just Doug Williams, but Jayden Daniels as well. That pick is legendary. I mean, I need to go ahead and get that hung up on a wall somewhere. You know how you typically walk into a grown black folks home, it's probably going to be like a picture of Martin Luther King somewhere. That's probably going to be the picture I would put up right now if like a little kid walked into my spot like in 10-15 years. Now let's also move on to how his popularity is skyrocketing right now, because we've already talked about how he had both of the 2 top selling jerseys on the NFL Shop website just a couple of days ago. And when I say the 2 top selling jerseys, I mean it. Like, it was a Jayden Daniels jersey number 1, another Jayden Daniels jersey number 2, then I think it was Jordan Love 3rd and CJ Stroud 4th or something like that. But I know Jayden Daniels had the 2 top selling jerseys himself. Same person, 2 different jerseys taking up the top 2 spots. But now Commanders rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels has the number 1 selling jersey on Fanatics this past week as well, per Michael Rubin. Shouts out to him. And then Jayden Daniels even asked in his press conference yesterday how he's been dealing with the fame and everything like that. Shouts out to Ethan Cadeau for this one. He said Jayden Daniels has been the buzz of the NFL through 4 weeks. He has the league's number 1 selling jersey. So how does the Commanders quarterback stay grounded with all of this attention? Jayden Daniels said, quote, "The main thing is keeping the main thing the main thing. That's football. How can I get better?" Unquote. Jayden Daniels was also asked if he was cool to start calling him a star right now. People can refer to him as that. He said, quote, "I'm still a rookie in my eyes." Unquote. I love it. It's just like the beautiful balance of when cameras are in front of him, he's in front of the media. He's like the perfect media darling, perfectly political, keeping everything mundane, chill, but like not too bland. He's not Bill Belichicking you. He's keeping it at least a little humorous, but he's not showing his true colors, which is what you're supposed to do with the media. That's just the way it's set up. You're not supposed to be yourself. But when he's actually on the field, he is being himself, talking crazy trash, and I love that about him, man. He's the perfect blend of, he's not gonna cause too much of a stir in the media. He's not gonna be a distraction to the team. But on that field, or at least when the cameras aren't looking, he's himself, and he's like a Anthony Edwards of football. He's kind of like bring some Chad Johnson with him as well. I love it. Jayden Daniels also said that he doesn't hear the outside noise. He said, quote, "Y'all can say whatever you want. I'm still a rookie in my eyes. I don't get caught up in that stuff." Unquote. I love every quote that he said. Also, shouts out to Grant Paulson for pointing this out. This takes me to the next part of this video, the final part of this video. He said, "Here's evidence that the Commanders winning will make it more likely for the unpopular name to stick. They've got the cool quarterback and the cool offense nationally, and to a lesser extent locally. The likability of the Commanders will trend more favorable just from winning. We attach winning to the name Redskins because we won Super Bowls. Then if we start to win with the name Commanders, I feel like a lot of people who hate the name will probably learn to accept it anyway. And amen, say man, speaking of that, Commanders Nation, we need to have a talk, dog. I ain't gonna lie, man. Look at this survey on the screen right now, man. It says, Washington football fans, would you rather have the team be called the Redskins with Dan Snyder as the owner and another 20 years of losing? Or would you rather be called the Commanders with competent ownership and a chance for success? Those are the two questions posed. As you can see on your screen, look at the answer responses right now. And I am shocked and ashamed. Like, first of all, let's take it all the way back. When I first submitted my vote like a few hours ago, would you believe that the Commanders in good football answer was actually outnumbered like 40% to 60%? So I don't know when everybody else started to join in and make the right choice with their votes. But at first, when I first voted, the Commanders winning option was outvoted like 40 to 60. It was crazy. But even now, even though most people have voted good football with the Commanders name, 37% is still almost 1,000 people, dog. I mean, I knew a lot of y'all were dead serious about the name and changing it back and things like that, but I had no idea y'all preferred the name over winning. I mean, like, there's just no way y'all can convince me that y'all were happier in 2013 than you are right now. 3-1 NFC East division leaders with a franchise quarterback, finally a top 5 quarterback type of guy, where the sky's the limit with how we set up this front office and coaching staff to where we're only gonna get better. I mean, I just don't see how we shouldn't even be considered Super Bowl contenders within like the next couple of years, as well as Adam Peters got this train going. I mean, there's just no way. I refuse to believe it, y'all. I just absolutely refuse to believe y'all prefer 2013. I just can't. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Please get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video, especially that last question right there, that survey question. Let me know how you would have answered it. And of course, let me know why. Even if you're on the opposing side, please break it down for me. Please make me understand where y'all are coming from, man. And of course, let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video, like Jayden Daniels being considered the MVP right now, like the #1 MVP candidate in the NFL. How are you feeling about all of the awards that he's winning? How do you feel about his reaction to the awards that he's winning and how he basically doesn't care about them and he's focused on only getting better? How do you feel about Michael Vick pulling up on him and Doug Williams, and how legendary that photo will be in probably like 10-15 years when we ultimately look back how crazy that is? How do you feel about his jersey being the #1 selling jersey on multiple websites right now? Let me know how you feel about all of that. I'm gonna try my best to read and reply to as many comments as possible. Of course, do not leave this video without leaving a like on this video, and be on the lookout for another video tonight for everybody. But also, I'm gonna do a third video that will be an exclusive film session for channel members only, so be on the lookout for that as well. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out.